All right, guys, let's see if I can keep this under 10 minutes because I just want to bring this up again. I've talked about it long ago. This whole idea of having friends and stuff like that. And I told you guys in the past, when you're dealing with a people that have a lack of knowledge, you're always going to find yourself babysitting them. So I've learned to adapt to not having friends. Do I wish do? I wouldn't say wish. Uh, do I desire to have a wife? Of course, because I feel like that's the only area of my life I haven't excelled at. Having a wife, having a family, stuff like that. And I told you guys that the only thing that helps me, excuse me, get over that whole notion is the fact that allegedly we living in the last days. So all those carnal things that people enjoy, spouses, children, homes, all that stuff, that can be taken away from you in a blinking of an eye. I try not to harp on too much of needing anything, but my own self with my own mind. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like the Buddhist way, or you call it the monk way. Because every time you need or want stuff, or if you start adding on these extra pieces to your life, man, things start getting complicated. Now you got something else to worry about instead of yourself. It's hard enough to take care of yourself out here with this, these days with the economy, inflation, bills got to get paid, things got to get done. You could barely deal with that on your, if you on your own, single. Now, if you get a wife and children, now you got all this other stuff to worry about. I don't feel like it's just like, I mean, hell, Michael Jackson said, if you can't feed your babies, don't have no babies. I mean, why do you have to struggle to have a normal life? That's not a righteous society. If you have to struggle just to have a so-called normal life, with your spouse, raising your children, children go to decent schools, stuff like that, decent health care, the basics. Once upon a time in America, it was easy to have the basics. Now it's like you got to be privileged or something just to have the basic needs. But that's not why I turned on the video, guys. This whole thing about friends. You ever notice? Well, I mean, people struggle with, am I overextending or should I? It seems like there's a huge problem with people wondering, am I giving enough energy? Should I pull back? Am I a people pleaser? Am I not a people pleaser? Am I giving out too much energy? Should I take some energy away? Did I say something wrong? Should I do something different next time? I mean, how is it? And then we got YouTube in the middle of it telling people how to behave. It's like, I don't understand. Once upon a time, we didn't need YouTube. We didn't need all this self-help. How to get a mate. You go on YouTube, 7 signs that a woman clearly likes you. We didn't in the 80s. You couldn't look up on nowhere. 7 signs on how you know a man likes you. 7 signs on how you know that you're accepted by the general population of people. All this self-help, people don't seem to know how to act anymore. But again, that's not why I even turned on this video, guys. It's just the whole thing of this is what I wanted to say. Whenever you're dealing with a relationship, whether your spouse or friendship, there's always going to be someone who's giving a little bit more. It's never going to be equal. Somebody's always going to have to bend over backwards just a little bit more to appease the other one and not think nothing of it. Somebody's gonna have to sacrifice more and deal with the outcome of sacrificing more. Let me give you guys an example, right? So allegedly, I got a lot of knowledge, right, or wisdom. So if I decide to have friends, most of the time I'm gonna know more about a lot of different subjects, more than my peers. right? So if we go out and we eat, whether they're allergic to gluten or dairy or not, I'll be the one to sit there and say, hey, it's not good to drink this because it has high fructose syrup in it. Why don't you drink this type of soda instead? So now all of a sudden they hate me for telling for telling them the truth, right? And I'm overextending myself trying to help somebody have good health because I love myself, right? And if I want to be in good health, then obviously I want my friends or my wife to be in good health, right? So I'm going to tell her stuff. So just that alone, I'm overextending myself to help somebody else. That's the only people pleasing I understand myself to be. When I see people doing the wrong thing, if you want to be my friend or if you want to be a part of my family, I want to see you do things right, not because I said so, but because I wish the best for you. And you got people out here that get mad because you wish the best for them. So I said, okay. So I just took my energy back and just said, okay, I just enjoy being myself. I'll take all this knowledge and wisdom I have and discipline and just apply it to my own life. And whoever wants to come and be a part of that, I'm waiting. But I'm telling y'all out there who still hang around people and gotta have friends, you always notice that you end up babysitting people. It's like, man, I really want friends, but then I don't want nobody wants to be alone, right? But then every time I get around friends, I'm like babysitting these people. How did I get here? Do I really need this? It's like I want friends, but then I'm signing up to be a babysitter at the same time. I told y'all back in the day, some people just have friends to say, see, I told you so. You have these conversations with your friends and y'all go home and y'all think about what each other said. And it's almost a game of I told you so. It's a game of I told you so. That's the only friendship I have noticed that I've had in my life. It's just this back and forth of debating and I don't know. It's strange, y'all. Oh, so-and-so didn't say happy birthday to me. I wonder, did I do something wrong? Your friend might just be working too hard. They might just have forgot. Now you're worrying about what somebody else thinks. It's too much babysitting, man, to have friends. It's too much stuff. Don't have time for all this emotional baggage. So I just enjoy being myself, guys, until I can be around people that just line up with my energy. Let's say I do have a wife or something, I do expect that I will know a little bit more than they do. I am prepared to overextend myself, but as long as she enjoys that, as long as that she don't have a problem with that, then I don't have a problem with overextending myself. It's not like everything somebody do, I'm going to say, hey, but, most likely my wife, she's probably going to be a lot like me, hopefully. But, we live in a society that don't like to be told the truth. They get mad because they can't handle the truth, stuff like that. But anyway, I just want to tell y'all that, man. It's the friendship thing, man. It's like you're always going to find yourself babysitting, man. But that's the price I guess people are willing to pay to have friends is to become a part-time babysitter.